your webcam a little bit more, just like you did
Oh
before,
yeah.
and
Oh
we should be
right, I
good.
forgot to make that fix in both layouts. All right, there-ish. Oh right, you can't see it yet. When it stops moving, let me know if I'm far enough. This is a good time. Thanks for inviting me to this.
Oh, absolutely. We love memes here, but and
Well, are you in
unfortunately,
for
with
a
me having 2
45-minute
headsets
treat?
on, I'm having to go between audio to the other audio, so I'm messing that up just a little bit. But we're good now.
And not to keep hawking out there somewhere, but Lilat just picked up OTS for $1 Canadian. So again, I
Sweet.
I have no problem being a shill for that game. I try not to be a shill usually, but go buy OTS.
And speaking of which, we have a donation. Let me see what we got.
Money, capitalism.
All right, so I have a $15 donation from Rezunes. I'm hopefully, if I'm not butchering that, but he says, "Go Busker, go!" So thank you very much.
I've always said Resunes, and he doesn't correct me. It's supposed to be snoozer backwards. I assumed that it was like a French pronunciation that I'm just not capable of, but no, it's English. A lot of the community for this game used to be from France specifically, and unfortunately, many of them have moved on. But luckily, we've got Abis back, and we've got Resunes has been a stalwart for a long time. Um, oh yeah, that's right. I have it capturing mouse cursor. We have liftoff. Oh, the game's updated. Okay. Let me know when I'm on screen or if I'm already on screen. Sorry for the bright fuchsia assault on your eyes.
Oh, you're perfectly fine, but you are primed and ready to go. So whenever you're ready for the countdown, let me know.
All right. Well, can I say a few things before the countdown? So,
Absolutely.
first of all, did anybody else donate towards Park Ranger, or are we Stone Cold Hard 12?
I believe we're still at Stone Cold Hard 12, which
All right.
I'm okay with that too.
He's such a nice guy. Okay. So I have to set the game difficulty to medium just for the sake of the scientific method. What I found is the subtropical and continental warm climates are best for this. I'm a speedrun expert here, let me say. I need to render a map with very little water. I think this one will suffice. Also, my global hotkeys don't work when I'm running this game, so I have to manually start and stop my timer, because why not more memes? Um, and again, audio, please be quick and like vicious if this is absurdly loud. I have to nuke my desktop audio, which means that Toko might not be as audible, but like holy cow, it obliterates your ears, and I haven't figured out how to fix that. Um, trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, I can tell about the meme history once we're going. I'm ready when you are.
All right. In five, four, three, two, one, go.
Man, are you guys in for a oh no, I hit new map. Okay, good, we got an even better one. This is Sim Park, a management game sort of like the Tycoon games, and Early Max's title. So the first thing I'm going to do is plant a ton of lupins because porcupines love those. The object of this quote-unquote category is to get 500 porcupines, here's a porcupine, in my park without putting any myself. You know, I have to attract them naturally.
Let's see what the porcupine has to say today.
That was Rizzo, who is our frog park assistant. He never shuts up, and he'll stop your game every 3 minutes or so to give you some random BS tip on like how to be a better park ranger. Because I guess at some point 6-year-olds cared about being a good park ranger, and he actually gets really touchy and cranky if you click to silence him. So this game has a really simple, easily abused to hilarious extent algorithm for calculating park populations, and it won't just show you a number. Like it has to render one object for every animal that's there. So when I say 500 porcupines, you are going to see 500 porcupines on the screen. This meme category came to being when I was doing a Let's Play of this on my stream because it's got so much meme potential, and I was just playing, not trying to do anything. All of a sudden there were 67 porcupines. So I clicked and looked at the census and was appalled. And then when I unclicked from the computer, which by the way, we have a computer, PogChamp, this was 1996, so that was a very big deal. I unclicked and the calendar kept going, so then there were 400 porcupines. They ate all of the vegetation in my park and then quickly disappeared. So then on Lilat's stream, we thought, we need to find a way to speedrun this and do a race, because he's really been the only person until Lancefire who's let me have my meme moment. And so we both, like, I typed in the chat as he said out loud, so neither of us could have known what the other was thinking. What about, like, 500 porcupines? And thus a great meme was born. So I'm trying to very carefully manage my my flora and my fauna, because there are other things that eat the same things as porcupines, like rabbits, and we want them gone. There are some things that eat porcupines. I haven't been able to tell what. It seems like mostly hawks and falcons. So I take the net and I pick things up. Here we're about to see one of my meme checklist requirements. When I get an email, if it's offering me something, I have to accept the offer. In this case, it looks like my mother has emailed me. So, when are we going to see you again? I'm going to forget what you look like if I don't see you soon. That's a very kind sentiment, Mom, but I'm speedrunning. Delete. Alright, so one of the other meme checklists, half the fun of this game is the fact that you can put stuff to attract human patrons of your park, and so within the first 5 minutes, for it to be a valid run, I have to plant a gazebo. A gazebo in your park means that different groups will rent out your park, and will just attract a ton of humanity. I always put a bench and an outhouse too, just to make sure people actually see how people are, or how different species are doing in your park, will also let the humans say stuff, and it's pretty hilarious. And again, this is my second time imploring you to, whoops, that's not what I wanted. My second time imploring you to let me know if my audio levels are okay. So, like, let me know if you can hear this little kid in a second. Hello?
Woo, what is that?
Okay, he just said, woo, what is that? So if the level was okay on that, I'm going to assume we're good to go. And I have to go back towards planting stuff that porcupines like. I have 3 splits when I speedrun this game. Gazebo, not 500 porcupines, and 500 porcupines. Let's see how the porcupine is doing.
Let's see what the porcupine has to say today. She has lots of food. She is happy living here.
Also, if you see, the game's calendar goes absurdly quickly. It's already April of 2001. We started in 2000. Every couple of minutes, or well, every couple seconds or so, it goes to the next month. Still at only 1 measly porcupine, but that's expected. I don't expect the population to start ramping up until we're at, like, the 10-minute mark on screen.
Yoo-hoo!
Oh, that was his siren song.
Thanks. I was getting bored off screen. Here's a hint for good park health. Build a park with lots of trees, shrubs, and flowers. Then put in mammals, birds, and reptiles. Try to build a food web so each species has something to eat. Good job. You're putting in lots of adaptable species. That's the first step in getting a nice biodiverse park. Okay, bye.
He can kill a run because the game's calendar runs while he's talking to you. So I got 3 emails while he was busy not shutting up. One of them is a gazebo rental that I'll have to accept.
What? Are you waiting for the animals to show you their driver's licenses? Now get out there and identify some species.
So there's a thing for the edutainment side of this game called identispecies, where you can go through a dichotomous tree like in biology class and try to identify the plant. Hey, I got it right. I was just clicking for fun. Outdoor weddings are big this year, so I have a gazebo rental. Watch that gazebo right here, because there's about to be a ton of people. I have to accept. Did you see that kid? I think it's supposed to be garbage, but it looks like he just... Look at that! They have no... Look at that! They have absolutely no tax. They're just...
My sister smells like a skunk.
Kids. Am I right? So it looks like they're just soiling themselves in my park. And I even built an outhouse. What's wrong with kids? Uh-oh, we've got a dead lupin. I'm gonna bulldoze that to make room for more live lupins. As you see, forest succession happens. The people do, you know, or sorry, not the people, the plants do reproduce on their own. So if you were trying to actually play this game to play it, you wouldn't want to worry about blanketing the ground. You would plant a few of everything and hope that they took off on their own. Porcupines like to eat lupin plants and then reedy browses, like shrubs that, you know, have berries and lots of bark. So I'm just trying to plant a little bit of everything that could possibly attract a porcupine. The run is, as you've noticed, a little bit of hurry up and wait. So there's going to be a lot of time where nothing's happening. Lilat, I invite you in to tell stories and meme with me. At some point, I'm going to be talking about things that have nothing to do with Sim Park, I'm sure. But I do also have to keep a careful eye on my populations and make sure that the porcupine isn't starving or being overeaten. Meanwhile, I've attracted a flock of hummingbirds already. Riddle me that. So yeah, this game, and I'm not sure if you just saw all those pixels just randomly appear on the map. That was reproduction occurring. It all happens kind of in stages. It's not like a continuous growth curve. It's just like all of a sudden, hey, you've spawned, and things tend to grow along like a Fibonacci sequence. So if you have a lot of something and it's doing well, at the next time that it checks to see whether it should render more, there'll be a lot more. We just got to see the miracle of childbirth there. We have 2 more porcupines than we did. Make sure they're still okay.
Let's see what the porcupine has to say today. He has lots of food. He likes your
All
park.
right, Lilat. Well, thanks for hanging out. Okay. So, winter is coming. Again, brace yourselves. By the way, I have $7,000. I started with a lot more than that, but you get a spruce up every year from that nice, plentiful government's teat. That whining noise that you might have heard, that is actually the noise that a porcupine makes. I learned that thanks to this game. Holding steady at 3 porcupines. You're not going to be able to read this, but I am. There is a population graph feature, but because of this awful magenta, it's illegible. That wasn't originally like that. Everything in this game... Oh, gotta drop everything
I've
for
got some
Rizzo.
late breaking news for you. Give a porcupine a lupin plant, and what do you get? One happy porcupine.
You don't say.
They like the plants, leaves,
You gotta wonder
twigs,
who
and
picked
bark.
up these color schemes in this
know,
game.
Animals
Well,
need
as soon
to
as
eat
Rizzo
in
ever
order
shuts up,
to
I'm gonna get to
survive.
that.
Your animals are very hungry now.
My animals
Check
are
in the
very
field
hungry.
guide for information. See you later, alligator.
Yeah. So, again, it's the rules. I can't shut them up. Anyway, this color scheme, when they did this all, everything was bitmaps. You know, they didn't... I don't know if ping just wasn't a thing yet, but it's a 1996 game. So what they did is bitmap images for all the animations, and then used a chroma key, I guess, with that awful pink to get the effect of transparency. So I can't get rid of that pink box around Rizzo. I can't make this visible to actual human beings. I'll let you know that the graph shows that there's 3 porcupines. They last spawned about 4 months ago, and that's as specific as I can get. So you notice that when I'm in the computer, time is still running. All of a sudden it's spring, and we've still got this wedding party that I think I invited, what, like a year ago now? April 2001. It's May 2002, and this reception hasn't ended. That's how I want to get married.
Hello?
Let's hear what these people have to say. Also, they are continually dumping in our park. Get out of here, kids. Is this what Maxis really wanted to teach the kids? So yeah, this is what they made like 2 years before they started on The Sims. Let that sink in. Priorities and whatnot. Alright, my 3 porcupines are holding steady. Gonna plant some more shrubs. I don't feel like there's enough shrubs right now. Some currants. Maybe they like to eat berries. I'm going to add another bench and a park path connecting it. Oh, nice. Intercepted. We should probably have a drinking fountain. I've always wanted to instigate... oh, whoops, that was the wrong kind of fountain. I've always wanted to instigate a forest fire by putting a campfire without a nearby, like, fire hydrant, but I have yet to get that to happen. Maybe I'm just a terrible person. Alright. Let the memeing continue. So you see the lupins have just taken off to staggering extent. Meanwhile, I check this every so often, but it becomes a little bit like the Bat and Kaitos 100% run, because I don't know of a way to check the game's variables to see when there are 500 porcupines. For now, time ends when I check the population and there are the required number of porcupines. So I don't want to jump the gun and be constantly in there. Gonna get rid of that cottontail because he's a competitor for food. So I'm just gonna go around with a net and scoop up anything that looks like it can eat porcupines or eat porcupine food. You can also scoop up humans, which I find hilarious. I don't run a democratic park, so if one of them says something I don't like, they get the net.
I wish there was a pizza stand in this park.
Too high maintenance, get out of here. Alright, who else we got?
Let's see how the service berry
Not the
feels
service
today.
berry, the human.
She has
game.
been happy living in this park so far.
Well, that's good.
My favorite game is Sim Park.
All right,
What's
he gets to stay.
yours?
He gets to stay.
La 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 la.
Voice of an angel, he gets to stay.
I want some ice cream.
Too high maintenance, get out of here.
This is the best field trip my class has ever taken.
All right, that's more what I like to hear. All right, there's a bobcat here. Get rid of him. That's a bird of prey. Get rid of that. So I'm helping along what I want to happen a little bit, but the first time that I played this game, the infestation just kind of happened. And I was just looking at my park, and there were 250 porcupines, so I clicked the population to see how many, and there were 250. Rizzo, not now, I'm doing the Lord's work. I clicked again, suddenly there were 400.
Over here.
Also, he will do that until
Thanks.
you answer him.
I was getting
And
bored
it
off
just stops the
screen.
game.
You got quite a
Can you
backlog in
clear
the
humans
Accidenta
with bears?
species. I'd
Unfortunately,
head
as far
over
as I
there
can
if I
tell,
were you.
none of the park animals
Bears
will actually
like
eat
honey
humans.
when they can get it, but usually they just eat berries. Oh, and here's a good tidbit.
Why did he
Your
have to give free?
animals are starving. They need food quick. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Alright, where are we time-wise? Do I have any emails? Nope. Checking the park census. We're down to 2 porcupines. That's bad. Meanwhile, the hummingbird population is skyrocketing. We're up to 8. Where even are they? There are the blue dots on here. Okay, there they are. So many birds. I didn't invite these birds. I'm gonna net anything that looks like a predatory bird, because I think that's what the game says eats porcupines. I'm gonna pull up my graph again, just to make sure. Whoa, and meanwhile the hummingbirds skyrocketed. We're going to keep an eye on them in this graph. You're going to have to take my word for it how many there are. We're up to 9. Well, now that says 16. Still only 2 porcupines. Alright, be very quiet. Eagle. Okay, it's April, and none of these plants are alive. That worries me. Spring is about to... There we go. Okay. So I'm going to clear out anything that's dead, because that's just taking up room from something that could be alive and reproduce in that spot to save me money. Rizzo is a dumb Lance, I agree. But we gotta hear him. Okay, we're back up to 3 porcupines. This is good. Then sometimes it'll randomly spawn one halfway across the park from the rest of the population, so I'm still not worried yet. Bears, I don't think they eat porcupines. I think they actually eat porcupine food. Here's another email. Let me go over my gazebo in case I have to accept a gig. My mother's emailing me about my father. This could be good. He won't listen to me. Would you please call your father and tell him to listen to me? Maxis, I don't think parental relations are really within your purview here. You could mess some kids up for life in this game. Alright. Rabbits, bears. There can be porcupines and only porcupines. Maybe I'm clearing things that could be forming a symbiotic relationship with them. In the early stages, though, it's a very hurry up and wait. We gotta wait for the porcupine population to stabilize, and then it's all over but the crying. It's just such an easily abused algorithm. Like, once it gets above, we'll say 30, then it's just like porcupines everywhere. It's just like a Zerg rush. And we're apparently going for 1,000 thanks to the donation. Sorry, Taco, that I haven't given you much time to talk here. Please let me know if any of the other incentives for disasters got met.
Oh, I was just gonna let you know that Alien Invasion was donated for.
Awesome. Alright, so Alien Invasion is my personal favorite. Unfortunately, you guys won't be able to see the file menu up at the top. Hey, that was the porcupine noise. That's a good sign. There are 4 disasters that I can inflict upon the park. A fire, a kudzu plant invasion, a garbage dump, and an alien invasion. With the alien invasion, these random-looking icons just appear on the map, and they spell out words. So they might take over, like, useful tiles. I hope they don't clear my gazebo, but I'm going to induce it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's what the alien invasion tiles look like. Luckily, I can bulldoze them. But now my park has been vandalized. Let's see what the message says. Eat your vegetables. Rizzo, not now. Alright.
Thanks. Here's what I gotta tell you. If you're bored, you could go play Name That Tune. Okay, bye.
If you're bored, you could go play Name That Tune. That was the most helpful advice I've ever gotten. Thank you. So, alright, I'm going to expand my lupin population over here just to make sure I'm not taking any chances. And I just like how irises look, so we're going to plant some irises. I don't know if I've gotten every kind of shrub yet, so we're just kind of planting at random. You see, I'm a park ranger, not a gardener. So I'm mostly concerned with meeting species needs. We are up to 5 porcupines. That's a good sign. And they last increased about just now. Awesome. So the plum-colored dots on the map are mammals. That's where we're going to see most of our porkies. And again, may I remind you, they grow on a Fibonacci scale, so don't fret that it's been 17 minutes and there's only 5. Build it and they will come. Well, I don't know. Is there a park out in Roswell, New Mexico? Alright, we're gonna get rid of these alien invasions because we gotta make some plants. What's these kids? Why are kids still pooping everywhere? I'm gonna put more. I guess I'm gonna put more garbage cans, but also another outhouse. Yeah, that was the cry of the porcupine. We're doing something right. Where are we at? Yo, we're up to like 8 porcupines, it looks like. 8. Okay. And again, I reiterate, if this looks silly enough that it's porcupines and nothing else right now, the game actually renders a separate object for every animal and every plant in the park, which when you consider that it was made in 1996 is kind of impressive. But when I say there are 500 porcupines in my park, there will be 500 porcupines in my park. Alright. Bye, falcon. Bye, eagle. Not taking any chances. Bye, rabbit. Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. And I think the bear can stay. Oh my gosh, there are so many droppings. I'm not gonna settle for that. Alright. 12 porcupines. It's all over but the crying now, guys. We just gotta... Okay, see, and when plants die, that's the game just running its math and saying, hey, there's too many of one species. We're overeating something. So, this lupin got killed. What's hilarious is, like, it looks like General Sherman's March to the Sea when you get hundreds of porcupines and they're in a lupin patch. Like, you just see a wave of brown go across the lupins. So, with any luck, I'll bring us there. There can never be enough lupins. That's what my life has become. Let's put some more people stuff. We're in kind of one of the wait portions of the hurry up and wait, so we're going to have a little fun with this. Also, some of the things are hilarious to see them actually use. I'm going to put a swing set in, because it's just adorable. Especially when you click on a guy that you know has like a very aged masculine voice.
Gee, I'm pretty tired from walking.
Like if this guy uses the swing set. Oh, he doesn't want to.
I think it's almost time to go home.
Alright, I can help with that.
La 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 la.
Also, sometimes people leave the outhouse, immediately turn around and go back in, immediately leave, and immediately turn back around and go in. That's pretty fun. Alright, I'm hearing more porcupine noises. Nope, still at 12. Alright, we've stagnated. How can we improve this situation? There actually aren't any parks that close to Roswell. Suspicious. Eat your vegetables. You know what? I'm gonna draw in the bare earth here.
Hey, you!
Oh, nope, I'm gonna answer Rizzo instead. Thanks, game. And I've got an email.
Yo, buddy, I've got some late-breaking news for you. Although you may not see it, the pond is teeming with fish. Okay, bye.
That was so helpful. Even though it will invalidate this run, I'm actually going to show off what happens if you try to interrupt Rizzo. He gets mad. My mom has emailed me 3 times. Hope you don't mind I've changed your room into a greenhouse. I thought now that you're a ranger you should be comfy when visiting. I was just going to redecorate with jungle wallpaper, but I thought, why stop there? I think you'll like it, even though it can get a little stuffy. And also the whole house will become a mold spore. But what do I know? Alright, we're going to draw in the dirt. Smiley face. He's winking or he has an eye patch or something. Still can't outdo the alien invasion though. We're up to 24 porcupines. Porcupines are officially the most populous species in the park. They've overtaken hummingbirds. Now, when I have my population graph going, you can see that time still runs, even though the simulation's frozen. So I'm just going to wait and watch for it to spike again, and then when we go back into reality, there's just suddenly going to be more porcupines. Whoa, we just saw a spike in the hummingbird population. We're up to 40. Oh, but we're up to 32 porcupines, so that's good. Check them out. Oh, and another
The
one
population's thriving.
Yep, it's happening, guys. It's all over but the crying. This is when I would normally hit my not 500 porcupines split. And you can see that there are substantially more plum-colored dots on this rudimentary map than there used to be. And Infamous V, that's a great email. If I can ever figure out how to get into the game code, I'm going to change the email text. Alright, here's another meme stipulation. Anytime another ranger offers us free species, we have to accept. Throughout the game, they will sometimes offer you free excess plants, and there's one ranger in particular that offers you moose. And so the rule is you just have to plant whatever they offer. In this case, it was the shooting star plant. You have to offer it until it starts costing you money. So that was the amount of shooting stars she gave me for free. This one ranger, Ranger John, will sometimes email you saying, "Want a moose?" And when he says "want a moose," what he actually means is about 35 to 39 moose. And they are like big, ecosystem ravagers. The gazebo rental has some things that can kill a run. Like one of them is you have to rent out to the Deer Hunters Club, but it's not the deer hunters isn't hunting for deer, it's hunters that are deer. And they ask, can you rent out the club for $100? In other words, you now have 100 deer in your park. And they eat the same stuff as porcupines, so it is a run killer for sure. Population still climbing. Skunks. The lupins over by my arch still haven't reproduced. I'm happy.
I want some ice cream.
No, we decided that's too high maintenance. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
I didn't brush my teeth this morning.
Okay, that kid's out of here. Be gone. Unhygienic. Scum. I want to find one. There are some great human messages in this game.
What kind of name is Rizzo anyway?
That's what I want to know.
My brother is here somewhere.
About that, I may have scooped him up. Sorry.
My sister smells like a
Yo!
Rizzo with the OP interruption. And I got an email.
Yo! Okay, here's the deal. You got quite a backlog in the Identa species. I'd head over there if I were you. There are lots of insects in your
Alright,
park.
here's what happens if I interrupt.
But you can... Alright, but beware.
So all you have to do is click, and he just turns on you. Uh-oh. Trash complaints. That could be a sign that the game is about to induce a trash disaster on me. So one of the disasters is a garbage dump. It just appears smack in the middle of your park. It's like 3 times the size of a gazebo, and with it come like 30 rats, who are scavengers and thus also competition for food. We're hovering in the mid-40s of porcupines. We haven't really expanded population in a while. This makes me nervous, so I'm gonna go... Oh hey, my art is finally reproduced. I'm gonna go act on my nervous tick of lupine planting.
Yo!
Makes me... Rizzo, come on.
Thanks. Here's what I gotta tell you. Have you ever thought of flat flower surfaces as landing
All right, I'm out
pads
of
for
tea.
insects?
Shout out
If
to
a
T.
bee can't land, it's not much help as a pollinator, is it? See you later, alligator.
And another email. We're falling behind. More free shooting stars. Thanks, Ranger Pat. I think she likes me. Alright. Shooting stars. Maybe porcupines like those. Find a spot out of the way in the upper corner. Oh wow, it was not nearly as many shooting stars this time. Look at them. Also, get out of here. 69 porcupines. Crystallize that and immortalize that for all time. If you can read that. I'm so glad that I paused when I did. I just want to see if there's... Okay, so there's a couple rabbits. Luckily, we haven't had problems with deer this time around. I think it just increased again. Oh, baby. It's happening. Let's go find those rabbits, though. Hey, a fox. A fox might actually eat porcupines. I don't know. You notice that where humans poo, plants can't grow, so we gotta get rid of the poo. Like, seriously, I wish I could zoom in and see what that actually is supposed to be. Humans are disgusting. Okay, all these purple dots, these are all porcupines. It's happening. And they just rove, they look like enemy bad guys in platform games. They just kind of aimlessly go back and forth. They didn't bother to, like, animate things like eating or, you know, hunting. We're over 100. Over 100. Alright, we gotta set up some infrastructure to make sure that 1,000 can actually happen. We're gonna work on our grasses population and get some biodiversity in here. I want to make sure that there's a good amount of shrubs over on this side of the park. Now, rhododendrons are supposed to be planted in very acidic soil, so I don't know how they're able to coexist alongside these other shrubs, but I'm not going to question it. Make sure that no spot in the game is untouched by lupins. Also, my lilac bushes have taken off. Lilacs for lilac. Michael Nelson. Who is Michael Nelson? I've never seen anyone referred to by full name in this game. Ranger talk. I have been to your park. I liked it a lot. I'm doing my biology project on national parks. If you could come talk to my class, I would like it very much. Thank you. Okay, kids, here's how to farm porcupines. Alright, how we doing, porkies? 135. Excellent. And meanwhile, the hummingbird population has stagnated for those who were keeping track. It seems like there's some sort of comorbidity. Every time I set my park up to spike the porcupines, one random other species spikes with them. So like one time it was swallows, one time it was salamanders. Go figure, you know. And so like the porcupines will hit 500, and then some other species will get up into the 300s. So you see they're already doing some damage to my lupin population. Check out all these brown ones. They all go around in the winter. If it's summer and they're brown, that means they're dead. In fact, I'll let Rizzo lament them. Check this out.
This is a lupin. She is dead. Her species was overeaten.
Not sure what just happened, but now there's live. Oh, I guess they do reproduce over dead ones. That's cool. That or else they self-resurrect. Okay, so it looks like once a month for 3 months, and then they lie dormant for 9 months is the porcupine repopulation cycle. So I think it's going to hold steady for another couple months. We'll wait until January to check our population out. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the map. If you see a sudden explosion of purple dots, that means that they did reproduce. Something just vibrated. I think I just got an email.
Hey, you!
Like a real email. Oh, cool. Oh, right, Rizzo.
You!
Also, this run is
I've
already
got some
minutes past world record.
late-breaking news for you.
Bobcats go wild for mice or chipmunks.
See you later, alligator.
Oops, my phone just turned off. Sorry, I can't read chat for a second. Gonna load that back up. There we go. Welcome to the chat room. Oh, email. Your father. He won't listen to me. Would you please call your father and tell him to listen to me? Mom, that's not okay. Oh, did you see that? Oh, man. We are in business. Look at them. How many is this? 236. It is all over but the crying now. We might still crack the sub 30. No, they didn't respawn. They were just too late. Okay. But this is overwhelming. They're just all on top of each other, and let me get rid of some alien invasion. We gotta be careful for some porcupines. Gotta be careful not to bulldoze the porcupines. I kinda hope that I end up getting the gazebo for the Deer Hunters Club, because it does lend some actual speed tech to the game. I have to scoop them up as quickly as I can. 241. Alright, this is what we like to see. Just gonna let the graph do the talking here. Prepare to be overwhelmed. Yo, we're over 300. Just gonna sit. Lance, exactly. Sim Park, not Sim Parents arguing. I'm just gonna keep it on the graph because when we enter reality again, this will just be silly. Alright, we're due for exactly one more population spike, and if it's not now, it's never. Come on, game, don't disappoint me. The drama. Do your own drum rolls here. Okay, we are over over 400. I can't tell if we hit 500 or not. The whole screen is porcupines. The lupins are going fast. Okay, now I'm in rescue ranger mode. Holy cow, we gotta restore this population, otherwise my porcupines are gonna starve. It's gonna be quicker if I just clear out the alien invasion scraps. Meanwhile, this dude, you spawned at the gazebo. How are you all the way over here now? Oh my gosh, they're eating everything. I can't keep up. I just demolished a live. Guys, help. Send help. Give energy, please.
Hey, you!
I can't keep them fed.
I've
Rizzo,
got some
now is
late
not the
breaking
time.
news for you. You got quite
Oh,
a
gosh.
backlog in the
Rizzo,
identity
you know what? This is already an
species.
invalid run.
Touchy,
Shut up, Rizzo.
touchy.
We are at holding steady in the 400s. We'll see how long I can sustain this. They are ravaging these lupins. Meanwhile, there's this whole patch untouched over here. Guys, are you not seeing the forest for the trees? Okay, so far they're not showing up as starving. The lupins aren't showing up as overeaten. By the way, there's 2,800 of them, so that's cool. There's all on top. Just look at this. The plants just... they don't stand a chance. Alright. I'm doing what I can. There's too many of them. What am I supposed to do with all these porcupines? There's 448 of them, and they're eating themselves out of existence because they refuse to expand and go elsewhere in my park. Alright. I'm just coloring in the lupins as best I can. 453. See, their growth is slowing. That's almost scarier than if it just dropped. This is bad. I wanna hit the threshold for you guys. We're just gonna let nature take its course in silence here, in suspended animation. For those curious, hummingbirds spiked again and they're over 100. They're this line here, this single pixel that you may or may not actually be able to see. Meanwhile, if there's any other disasters donated for, let me know. I need the background music from Apollo 13 is what I need. Okay, they're rising steadily. I'm scared to click back in now, but I gotta. Oh, it's winter. Okay. That's not as bad. Gazebo rental, I think. I think Maxis Software wants to rent the gazebo, but I don't understand their email. It's just a bunch of ones and zeros. Have you talked to Dimitri lately? I think he could use a call from you. As my brother... Oh, I think we did it. I think we did it, Reddit. 837 porcupines. When did that happen? They are everywhere. There's porcupines here. Guys, get ready on time. We're going to hit 1,000 momentarily. The screen is entirely porcupines. We got the sub 35. Hallelujah. Let me count them individually, just in case you don't trust me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, they're all moving on top of each other. I can't do it. The game is lagging because look at this concentration. Oh my gosh.
Good God, all those porcupines.
1,145. That's time. We got the sub 35. First ever world record 1,000 porcupines run. GG. Oh. 1,133 porcupines. We did it.
Man, that's why I got this amazing. Thank you.
Do you want me to set a forest fire just to close us out?
Why not?
Alright. Fire incoming in 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's a background sound for fire, but it will consume all of your headphones, so I don't want to. Oh, it's spring. I've never seen a fire take off this quickly. What a fitting way to wipe clean what we have done. Oh my gosh. The wolf is just walking right through the fire. Oh, nope, now he's gone. I got an email. I have to accept the email. Post-fire study. It's still during the fire. Game, please. Holy cow, this is absurd. Oh. That is a fire. Alright everyone, bonfire at Busker's place. Good lord.
Yeah, we'll teach you to eat your vegetables.
Yeah, that's true. It is clearing out the alien tiles. The porcupines, not the porcupines. Survive, little guy. You can do it. You're completely consumed in flames. You're still there. He made it. Guys, he didn't get burned. He is still alive. The little porcupine that could. He can't walk now because his pathfinding is broken and he's walking into fire. Okay. The porcupines reproduced again. Through all this carnage and destruction, there is hope. There is life. What is our population? Oh gosh, it tanked hard. We are down to 726 porcupines. And thus, it was all but a distant memory for Distant Star. Because Distant Star cares. Alright, I think that probably ends my time plaguing this benevolent stream. I hope that some of you enjoyed my memeing. And now we'll turn it over to actual games. Thank you all.
Oh, thank you very much for that. But that was amazing. Wow. I think a lot of our chat was enjoying that as well. So thank you very much.
Good.